sound. Yeah. You know, because that's how microphones work. Alright, let's get all of us projects back on the rails, shall we? So I'm aware that the recent weeks have been rather chaotic and not really what I wanted all of those projects to be. While I'm happy with the end products and I'm happy with the editing done on them and I'm happy with the videos, the content of them is not what all of those projects was meant to be. I'm aware that way back in week 4 I had this kind of consideration because week 3 and 2 had already been fumbling, and that was only a month in. Now we're like, God, how many months? Like 7 months in, and yeah, it got fumbling again. But the main reason to that is because I've been working on academic projects, and obviously I can't show you those. However, I'm getting to the point where I kind of can. For context, as I've said, I'm a sixth former. I do IT, Media Studies and Business Studies with a Extended Product Qualification, or EPQ, is my enhancement subject that we're all required to take. As a result, I've been rather busy, especially considering all of my most difficult bits of coursework they give you right at the start, so that if you also had examined subjects, you wouldn't be overwhelmed at the end of your second year. However, that just means I've had a really stressful half year, and then I have a really chill rest of 2 years. Well, really chill. Relatively chill. The point is, I've been busy. In IT, we're designing a social media campaign, and I've been doing work on designing databases. In Media Studies, we went from doing a essay work, which I wrote a 25-page essay for, to we are now doing a group production. Hence why I have microphones and stuff with me, and next week we are going to be filming that, so you might see some footage of that in week 22, 22, 32. Oh my god. Not to mention the EPQ, which exists. But my EPQ is potentially the most interesting thing to you, because as I've said before, I'm working on a project called Write Life. That EPQ is, you have to write a report for it. So you do research, you do a report, and they assess how well you can conduct research, assess your progress and things like that. I basically said that my final report will become the design basis for Write Life. So, I'm not going to say much more about it, but when Write Life comes out, I will probably also release that report. Basically, we have a 5,000 word limit. My intention is to write one 5,000 word version and one 20,000 word version, because I have a lot to talk about here. So, it's going to be interesting to see where that goes, but basically that's the reason why everything's been so hectic in OP recently. So, what's important to you? Well, there are videos coming. The Hackintosh video, basically I have all the elements, I just need to work out how they're going to go together. As for the Home Assistant video, I think I'm about ready to start making it. It was in the planning phases because I was still designing my Home Assistant setup, but I've reached the point where I'm now give or take happy with it, so that's probably going to start being made sometime soon as well. As for actual projects, I figure it's time to give you a proper update. Sapphire is currently on pause. After Sapphire 6 release, we intended to work on Sapphire 6.1, but that, basically because both me and Anna were busy doing other things, has fallen by the wayside, and we're not intent on picking that up for a while, as far as I'm aware. What else have we got? Prometheus. I didn't get any work done on it over the winter holidays, which is a shame. I'm hoping to pick it up when I have some more free time. Prodigy. Prodigy is now the Home Assistant project. The panel side of it was initially completed. I know I haven't talked about it in a while, but it was completed. I might do a video on that as well, but that's basically, if you look at the Home Assistant video, you'll see the influences of Prodigy. And TalkFly. TalkFly Android does not work. And I'm not saying this as in people don't use it. I'm saying this as in there has been a bug where no one can log in for months and no one has told me because no one has been using the app. I am aware that I released it too early with not enough testing. I wanted to release it before I returned to sixth form because I knew if I didn't, it wouldn't be released until way after now. So I rushed it. And that is something I should not have done, and that is something I'm going to learn from with projects like Write Life. With that said, TalkFly Android is still broken. However, there are intentions to fix it. TalkFly 1.2 is being worked on. It's not being worked on much, it's being worked on very slowly because, again, I have other things to do. But it is there. Talkflight iOS is being worked on. We've brought in a new developer, not Anna. Anna is someone who works with me on these kind of things, but we have another developer who has shown incredible prowess. We're just working on getting a build infrastructure set up because Apple are horrible. And basically, the reason I've been setting up this macOS virtual machine was literally so we could do builds for Talkflight iOS and for Writelab in future. And instead, I had to get the Mac Mini, and I'm just working on integrating that into a build server so that we have an actual pipeline for working on the project. After that, we can start looking at implementing the backend, and hopefully we can have something ready for release in a couple months. Again, as I've said, we don't have the money to finance that ourselves yet. Maybe if you commission me on olivernicol.co.uk/work. But at the moment, that's not something we can do ourselves, so it will just sit until we can. But it is what it is. And Writelive, as I've said, still in designing phase. I've done a bit of background work, I've done a bit of preparation work on the back end. But given how big a project it is, we need a proper plan and need to know exactly what we're doing before we do it. So it's going to be a while. So what can I show you? Well, see, here is where the issue comes in. All of this projects is a video project. It's not a text project, it's not an image project, it's a video project. So I have to be able to provide you with video. Problem is, when I don't have video of these things, it becomes problematic. So, how about a second from the macOS video, a second from the Home Assistant video,
It's brilliant.
and a second from the media project.
One.
Just to show you that I am doing things. I've got a hectic week next week. Realistically, it's probably going to be another Fumbly or Phoned In episode, just because I have to make an entire media production in all of my spare time next week. So it's going to be interesting to see. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this gives you a sense of returning to mild normality, just me staring at the camera talking about the things I'm doing. And I'll see you next time.